Hello and welcome back to Star Technology. I have been building a little bit between episodes, and I think the new base will look a little bit like this. I'm in the process of building staircases up to the next level. It's a little bit difficult. It can't really get it how I want it to be. But yeah, I'm trying to do something cool here. So I will keep building a little, and then yeah, we will continue here. Okay, so I got a bit carried away with building. I made a lot of staircases here, and I actually made 3 levels. The levels are chunk aligned, so if you can see here, these squares here are chunk aligned, so that we don't have to worry about the multi-blocks. And yeah, that's how I chose to do it. We have 3 levels here, as I said, and yeah, this should be very good. And we can always make more levels if we need it, or like extend to the sides if we want. So this will become a pretty cool base, I'm sure. So I'm thinking about walling this in this polished cut calcite here, which I made with the chisel from the Rechisel mod. I think it looks pretty cool. And then at the bottom here, under the stairs, I think I want to put fences so that we don't fall down. And I think that could be pretty cool. This would obviously be a lot easier if we had flight, but I do think we will manage. Okay, so we are on the roof now. I should have it all walled in, I'm pretty sure. In polished calcite. We might have a bit overflowing here as well. Let's go up here and take a look. I think it turned out pretty cool. It's a little dark now that we have it walled in, so we might need to do some windows or something. And I do want to close it up under here as well. But yeah, I think that's an assignment for when we get flight. And the last thing we'll do for now in base building is to make it the workplace safe by fencing in all of these holes. Okay, now we made the finishing touch by making it safe, so we can't fall down here. And let's make a tour of the base. This is the upper layer. That up there is the ceiling. We can always expand up if we want. This is the middle layer. I don't have planned for what we do where yet, but yeah, we have three layers now, or like three layers where we can make a lot of machine works and stuff. So that is pretty cool. This will be our base design, and we can always expand outwards or upwards if we want. And we want to bring some travel anchors to this. This here, travel anchors, which makes it so that we can teleport to any place here. But we want better ratios for the steel plates first, so we need the LV bender. That's probably the second machine we will make after the wire mill. But yeah. That's what we are going to do in a second. The first thing we'll do in our new base here is probably set up some power. I think we want our generator coils here. Let's see. Let's find the middle. That's here. And we'll place our coils not like so. Like this. And we need a couple more coils here, because we have enough magnets for, I think, 4 of these. So we need 2 more blocks of andesite alloy and 2 more generator coils, like so. And you can just press the generator coils and it would automatically place the magnets around them. Okay, this we need to power with some rotational force. We can get that with water wheels or biodiesel or stuff like that. We will eventually change to biodiesel, but for now we will just use water wheels to power our initial machines. I chose to set up 5 generator coils, and we will use these redstone magnets to generate power. I'm not sure yet if we can run all 5 generator coils with just water wheels, but we will have to take a look. The water wheels we will set up here. They are quite large. They are 5x5, the large ones, and the small ones are 3x3 in size. We will start here, I think. Put down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we will put down a little one here. Then we will want to make the skeleton. I think we want these visible because they're kind of cool. So let's put some slabs here. Here. Like so. Like so. This water wheel here is for making it turn faster. That's why we do that. We need a box for that. This we will eventually put in glass so that we can see it without having to worry. Let's see. This doesn't go here. I brought some water to power the water wheels here. If we place on every third, we will have a infinite source right here. So this should be very easy. We don't have to bring water all the time. Like so. Then we just need to power the small one here. We need it not to spill out, so let's do something like that. And throw this down here. This makes the water wheel go a bit faster. And let's see here. I do think we want a rotational speed controller so we can make this go faster. I'm not sure it can go faster, but then at least we can control it. We need this precision mechanism, which should be pretty easy to craft up. I do think we smelted some gold. Right. Here? We didn't, but we have gold dust in here, so we can smelt it up. And that will take a little while, but that will make us a gold plate, so we can make this here. I don't know if we have the brass casing. Let's see. We don't, but we could quite easily make that. It's just some logs and some brass. Let's make a few. We'll probably need more, and we have a lot of brass already. Cool. And the gold smelted up. This is our first gold, I'm pretty sure. Let's make a plate. Cool. Let's see if all of this is a quest. Yeah, the gold is a quest. And we are starting to get into here. We need to make 8 electronic circuits for that. But yeah, let's get the wire mill before we do that, because we will need a lot of wires. Let's see if we can make this precision mechanism. We can. The rotational speed controller. That is good. Let's go. Oh. This we place here. And we need a Let's see here. I do think we need a large cogwheel here. And this we can make faster, I think. That's the one up there we make faster. So let's grab a gearbox, a couple of gearboxes. After some gearbox work, we got our create power over here, but as you can see, it's overstressed. So we go over to our rotational controller and we can hold right click and change this until it's going slow enough for this to be able to turn. Let's see how fast we can go. We just see when it's overstressed, it is at 30. It turns at 22. Okay, so 22 is the max for this to turn. Then we have a carbon brush we made. This required a circuit and some steel plates and some charcoal and a shaft. I made this already. And this produces 130 RF per tick, which isn't that fast, but it's still enough to power a low voltage machine. So this is good enough for right now. But we will have to quite quickly transfer to biodiesel, as that is way faster than this and it can produce a lot more power. This we will run, I think, from here. And let's make it under the floor. We should really make a cellar here so that we are able to do it more easily. But for right now, I think we will use a water bucket. Okay, so I connected up the electrical connectors here. I made a middle point here and went over to here. So now this is getting power. At the moment, we are not generating too much power here. We are only generating 130 RF, which is about 1 LV-amp. You have to divide it by 4 to get the EU per tick. And this is, let's take the calculator. I'm in the calculator app now. 130 RF divided by 4. That's exactly 32.5 EU per tick, which is basically exactly 1 LV-amp. And yeah, we can't power too much machines on that, but we will use this to transfer into biodiesel. I made 2 solar-infused wires, which is the superconductor for LV. Superconductor means it has no EU loss. Usually, as you can see on the information, a wire has an EU volt loss. And that just means for every wire it loses some power. But with superconductors, that's not the case. And we need to make sure that we use the right amperage of wire. But as you can see on the solar-infused wire here, it can carry 4 amps, and we made a 4 amp energy converter. So this is no problem. The quest book here wants us to make 8 electronic circuits before we continue. So we might have to do that. It wants a bunch of copper plates. Let's start making that. We need it for wires. I think the play though would be to make the wire metal first. Even though it calls for 8 circuits, we should start by making 2 and making the wire mill here. I think is the play. Go a bit around the quest book and not listen too hard on it. And we have the rubber sheets. Remember that we made those by pressing cured rubber, which is rubber that we get from the latex over there. And we set that up a couple of episodes ago. We need a couple of steel plates. We need some steel rods. And then we can make the 8 afterwards, because it makes wire recipes much cheaper, the wire mill. So let's see, wire mill. Let's make the recipe tree for this. We need some more tin cabling. We made a lot of tin wires last episode, so that was very easy. And we also made a bunch of rubber sheets a couple of episodes ago. We need this many plates, which means we can make the copper wires needed. We can make the magnetic rods with redstone. We do need some more iron rods here. And we are all out of iron, but I do believe we can smelt some of this magnetite dust, and that is iron. And yeah, I'll be right back once we have this crafted up. I think you get the gist of it. And after a bit of crafting, we are able to craft the wire mill if it wants to bring all of the recipes. Sometimes it's a bit weird, but we are able to craft the wire mill here. This will need to pick up at some point because it doesn't recognize the quest before we make these 8 circuits. Let's throw it down on our LV line here, and look, it's getting power. And with this on a circuit of 1, we can get 1 to 2 wires. So like 1 ingot makes 2 wires, and that's a way better ratio. And I think also 1 copper ingot makes 4 fine wires, if I remember right. No, it makes 8, and with the other recipe, I'm pretty sure it only makes 2. Because you have to make a plate, which is 1 ingot, and the plate you need to hammer into 2 foils, yeah. And those makes fine wires. So the fine copper wires are a way better ratio, like a 1 to 4 better. And yeah, I set up a recipe tree for this, and I will just follow it and be right back. Before we do this, I can see we need quite a bit of sticky resin, and this is most easily gotten by making these slit stake spores in a large wooden barrel. And we are already producing witch water over here. Right now I used water because we needed the calcite for building, but we can just turn this back into witch water production, and then we should be able to make these slit stakes. So let me set that up and I will be back. Okay, so I made this setup. I used the old witch water barrel here that we used for making blackstone. And I used the witch water there in order to produce slit stake spores, and these produce at a pretty fast rate. We should be able to make a automated smelting system at one point, but for right now we will just smelt them manually. After we smelted up our slit stake spores, we got the resin we needed for our 8 circuits here. Let's see. We need some charcoal dust, so if we do something like this, we should get a bunch of copper wires. And let's just throw a bunch of copper in here. This will passively make copper wires. And throw some tin ingots in there as well. We'll need a tin wire as well. We are out of sugarcane, and this we get from sifting mud, I'm pretty sure. At a pretty low rate. I'm not sure if we could also put it in a farming station. I think it's just a bit of treated wood. And some farmland. This should be very possible. We should make some more treated logs. That is possible. Very possible even the treated wood sticks. We can make the frames. We needed some... I think we can just make this, yeah. What else did we need? We needed some farmland, normal treated logs, water buckets, and just input and output hatch. I do think we need a bit more mud here. Because we need, I think, 8 sugarcane in order to farm it. We needed treated woods. Needed the frames here as well. I think that's all we need actually. This is how the large farm looks. It was pretty easy to craft up. In order to farm the sugarcane, we need 8 in the input bus here. So let's sift some more mud until we have 8, and yeah, let's see if it works. We got plenty of sugarcane for those that stack of mud, and let's see if this works. I think we need a circuit of 0. Yeah, this is working, and it's making us sugarcane at a decent rate. It makes 16 per 10 seconds, so that's like over 1 a second. And we can put a drawdown. And yeah, this just makes us sugarcane at a fast rate. We will use this for other farming later on. We need potatoes and we also need pumpkins in a farm in order to make biodiesel, but that will be a bit later, probably in next episode, I believe. After a lot of crafting and getting sugarcane and making a bunch of wires, we are able to craft our 8 circuits to complete the quest here. And we have also made a wire mill. We did also make the motor, but that obviously hasn't counted as it wasn't unlocked. We should quite easily be able to make another motor in order to unlock that. Okay, and now we should be able to make the motor here. The magnetic steel rod, it seems like we need a polarizer for. That can't be right. We just made a bunch of motors. Oh, it's because you can both use iron and steel, and it seems like it favorited the steel rod for some reason that I'm not quite sure on. I think I chose the wrong recipe tree, but let's do it like this. That gets us the motor here. And if we pick up the wire mill, I'm pretty sure that should complete that quest as well. And it did. I think we will have to leave it at that. This has been a good episode. I did a lot of base building, also a bit between episodes, like maybe a bit more than I planned to do. But I'm really, really happy with this base. It turned out really good, I believe. It's way more interesting than a lawn base. I really like it, and we can expand it outwards and inwards, because this will not be enough space the way we are doing this, but yeah, we'll just expand it probably outwards, and everything will be fine. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I hope I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.